Kat. Welcome to my craft room. Hey, I redid the present pop-up. I redid it for the witch at Halloween, and now, of course, I redid it for Santa. So, I love this guy, and I love this Merry Christmas. So, I redid the front, and then when you open it, you get Santa in the chimney with his toys and his hat. So, there you go. It's easy, it's fun, and they'll love it. So, let's go make it. Okay, here we are on the front page of Cricut. This is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do because this card cannot be found in under images. It's under projects. So we are going to go in here and we are going to put pop-up cards right here. And we need this present pop-up. Then you're going to hit customize. And that's going to put it onto your canvas. There you go. Now, here is your envelope. I am going to just move it out of our way. Okay, I'm going to move these for just a minute. We are only going to need these two pieces. The rest of these yellows we do not need. We are going to delete them. Let me move this out of the way too. First, let's do all of these guys. Okay, these guys are all going to be the brick red, which I am picking this dark red. And we can do both of these through edit because they do not have a pen line or a score line on them. But these two do. So now we're going to have to go into layers. We'll find it. We highlight only the piece of paper. And we're going to make it the brick red also. And the top. There we go. That's going to make our chimney. And oh, and this guy, he is going to be white. He has a score line on him, so we got to go find him. Highlight just the paper. He's going to be white. And both of these guys, we can do it through edit, are going to be, I'm going to just pick a dark, bright blue. There we go. Okay, you've got everything you need for the base of your card. And I'll talk about the envelopes when we get over on the craft table. Now, we need some images. Okay, here we are in images. If you have never looked up an image by its code number, let me show you how. We're going to go up here. And this is our Santa circle. Okay, and as you can see, I've got you a whole list of images. You just type in that code number with the hashtag M, and then you will click it. It'll put it down here by add. Once you have everything ready to go, get it put on the canvas, and I will meet you over there, and we'll get everything ready to cut. I'm going to fast forward from here. I'm going to leave your list up here. Okay, there they are. Everything's spread out. This shouldn't take us very long. We don't have a ton of different things to do here. This right here, these are our bricks. We need these at 1.9. There we go. And we need 4 of those. So we're going to go back to actions. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. There we go. Now our chimney part is done. This guy, he is going to be 4 inches. So let's go ahead and get him the right size. And then let's go into layers and find him. There he is. Now, this black circle is going to be the same as our dark blue. Okay, this gray is, and I don't know why they have it as a gray. We're going to make it this white. This red. We're going to pick the same red for everything. It's going to be this one right here. Face color, black. Let's make sure that we all pick this one all the way across to the left. That's the 000 black. Be easier for us to keep track of it. Whatever pink that you've got. The bright green, we're going to pick this one. It doesn't matter if it matches what you're doing. It just matters that we're cutting all of these out of the exact same colors. I didn't use these, so I'm just going to hit it. If you like them, keep them. If not, I just put the little white things on it with a pen. And now you're going to go down to edit, and then you're going to hit offset right here. This is way too big. We want it pretty small. There we go. How about 0.1? You can also click the numbers, 0.1. That is perfect. So I'm going to put done. Okay, and then I want that our bright green. And there you go. Oh, but we don't have anything to put him on. We need a red sheet of paper because we need to cover up this gift right here. So you're going to go into shapes and hit square. And then we are going to change its size. Go to edit. We're going to unlock this button in between. Width is going to be 4.5. Height is going to be 6.5. Okay. I'm going to relock that button because I will forget. Color is our bright red. Okay. That is going to be our cover right here. And then this guy's going to, oh, I didn't group them all together. And I do not know why the offset does like that. It doesn't matter. It's not going to matter because all you're going to see is the little bitty edges. Move them over here. I'm going to go to edit, arrange, bring to front so we can kind of see what we're doing here. The next is our Merry Christmas. Our background is going to be the bright white. This is going to be our regular bright green. And then the Christmas is going to be our red. This is just that highlight in the leaves. Do you see that? I didn't use that. Again, I used my white pen. There you go. Okay, and now this is going to be 4 inches wide. 4 inches. And it's going to go down here. So we're going to go into shapes, hit another square. This one is already going to be 2 inches. And the height is going to be the same 6.5. And it's going to be our dark blue. And it is going to go right back behind here. Just like that. And it shouldn't make a big difference, but it does. Isn't that funny? Okay, so there's your cover. And these 2 inside pieces are not going to change. Okay, so here are our snowflakes. I am going to ungroup them. These ones on the top are easier to do them tiny because they're thicker. Make sure your button is locked in between. This one is going to be 0.5. We'll change their colors here in a minute. This one is going to be 0.75. This one is going to be also be 0.5. One of these is going to be 1 inch. Let's see what this one does at 0.75. Well, like that. That's good. And this one too. 0.75. Okay, now I've got them all of our sizes. Let's put them together. We're going to change them all to white. So edit, basic cut, bright white, done. But we need 2 copies of this. So then you're going to go to Actions and Duplicate. Okay, now here's our clouds. Again, we're not using these as clouds. So first we're going to ungroup these. We only need the 2 smaller ones, so we are going to delete. First, let's do width. The width is going to be 2.5 and 2.5. These are going to be our snow. We need 4 of them. Once we get onto the tabletop, we'll cut them in half. When we're on the tabletop, you'll see that mine are smaller than yours because I didn't do them the right size. So I've made sure yours are the right size. And of course, they're snow, so they're white. Okay, first we got this little guy. And we are going to cut him. Poor guy. First, we're going to ungroup him. I need this. I do not need this. I need this. And I need this. The rest of these can be deleted. Now, we're going to cut him in half. Okay, I switched him around. We're going to save the rest of the black guy. Okay, because you can only slice one layer with one layer. Okay, so first we're going to go into shapes. We're going to grab another square. We're going to make him a lot bigger. And we're going to go in and cut this guy's tummy off. Okay, you ready? Okay, just like this. You're going to grab both of those and then you're going to hit slice. Okay. And that is going to slice your pants in half. We don't need any of these anymore. Okay, now we're going to group him back up. Whoops, I still have him upside down. So then, after I get everything put back, I am going to select all of them. And his size is going to be 4 inches wide. There we go. We had to wait until we got him down to his different parts. So there are your Santa legs. So the only thing that I need you to do for me before we get to the craft table, go ahead and glue this. Go ahead and glue, not everything. Hold on. Glue this guy together. Glue this guy together. And go ahead and glue our Santa legs together. Okay. Just like that. And then once we get to the tabletop, we'll be ready to go. So I'll meet you over there. Okay, guys, here we are on the craft table. As you can see, it's well loved. I know this looks hard, but I promise it's not. And thank you for gluing up a bunch of this stuff for me. It's going to make everything else go really fast. So I organize everything on paper plates. It just makes it easier for me. I use art glitter glue. It dries clear. I buy it with this large, the smaller, and this little tiny tip. A little bit goes a very long way. And let's see. Oh, here. First, let's do the envelopes. Envelopes, of course, you can cut this envelope from a lighter piece of paper, or I got these at Hobby Lobby. You can get them anywhere. Amazon, Walmart, probably. Okay, here is our example. As you can see, it already looks like a little chimney. Okay, we are going to cut the bows off. Your 2 bottom parts of your bows are going to go in here. This is not sitting right because I just have it taped underneath here. Okay, then it's going to be easier for us if you kind of have an idea of what we're doing. Then when it closes, you'll see it kind of goes on a diagonal. So everything we want coming out of our box has to fit in this triangle area right here. Okay, so that's one of the reasons that we have to put things in specific spaces, and we have to keep checking to make sure that we don't have anything that's falling off our edges. So let's do our cover first, and this will be quick and easy because you guys already did all this for me. On this, let me show you. I pulled these out specifically I use Jelly Roll pens. They're these white gel pens. You can see where I did a few highlights here and there. Okay, but you don't have to have them. We don't need them. You don't have to have them for this. Okay. Let's lay this out real quick. I like mine where he's kind of peeking to the side. And this blue stripe, for some reason, something that simple, makes such a huge difference. Do you see that? Isn't that weird? That's so weird. Okay, I'm going to put it, it doesn't have to be exact. It's somewhere between 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch from the left side. Okay. Yeah. 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, right in between there, somewhere around there. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now, look at how mine cut out. Isn't that funny? That's that offset feature, and for some reason it made those holes in it, which I didn't care about because I'm only using the very, very edge of this green. Okay, and I want him kind of peeking around the corner. Oh, I can't see where I'm going. So I'm going to put this about 1/4 inch from both sides and the top. Let me pull this up. There. See that? Okay, and then our Merry Christmas. We are not going to put this on the card yet. We are going to set it aside to dry. Why? Because if we mess up something on the inside, we'll have to redo this whole thing again. But if we wait until we have the inside done, there you go. Look how cute that cover is. Okay, we're going to set this aside to dry. Because if we make a mistake inside, we don't have to redo all of these. We just make a new card base. Okay, most of these pop-ups, and I've done them all except for the snowflake. I gave up on the snowflake. It was way too fiddly. Okay, both of these inside covers are going to be 1/4 inch all the way around. So let's do these. Now, since these have this long cut along the edges, I make sure that I go ahead and put some glue on either side of this cutout line just to make it a little more sturdy. And normally you would have to worry about your cutout and getting glue where your cutout is, but we're going to cover it so you don't have to worry. So I have, if you've been watching any of my videos, you know that I have a special needs adult son, and he never really liked trick-or-treating. You would think that any kid would, but nah. But he loves giving out the candy and seeing the kids in their costumes. So it is actually Halloween afternoon, and he has his whole setup done by the front door. It's hilarious. Okay, again, 1/4 inch. And he picks one of his costumes to wear. I think this year he decided on his pirate costume. And then when he answers the door, he'll go, "Ahoy, me mateys." It is hilarious. And he loves it. Okay, let's set that aside. Let's make our chimney. First, we're going to cut these bows off. We do not need them. And it doesn't have to be perfect. None of this is going to show. Okay. And this one. There we go. Okay, now let's get our chimney done. Okay, you've got 4 of these guys. They are just slightly smaller than your chimney. These are going to go to on each 4 of your sides of your box. It's going to be way easier for us to do all of this before we fold it up. Okay, so I'm just putting some glue kind of on the edges, and I'll kind of just stick some little dots here and there. It doesn't matter. This isn't going to get any wear and tear. Nobody's going to be touching it. So my son is downstairs practicing. Me mateys, are you after me candy? I told him don't say booty because the little kids won't know he means pirate booty, and they'll just think it's funny, and the parents won't. So he's saying, arg, mateys, are you after me candy? Or are you here to steal my candy? Something like that. I don't know. He works at our local movie theater, and he has decided that he is the movie expert now, which of course he is. So he, when he came back from the COVID quarantine after he'd gotten his shots and everything, he decided when he was giving back the ticket stubs, he would come up with the tagline or something from the movie to tell the customers as he was handing them back their ticket stubs. He tears the tickets at our local movie theater. We do not know why he started this. We asked him, he says, I don't know, because I wanted to. So, okay, we're just about getting this brick on here. So now he's practicing his line for all the little trick-or-treater guys. We've got an hour or so before sunset. So I'm going to try and get this done with you. And I can go down and supervise. He doesn't really need any supervision, but I like seeing the costumes too. Okay, there's your chimney. Okay, now you can go ahead and fold your folds. There we go. Fold these guys in, just like that. And now we're going to glue this tab on. Okay, just match up the edges. Look, just like that. Do you see? So let's get some glue on your little tab here. And then I am just going to match up the edge to the corner. You are going to fold this flat here in just a second because it has to fold. Make sure, here, take your tabs out like this and then make sure that it folds flat. And it does. Uh-oh. Okay, so you got your brick chimney. You can turn these in again if you'd like. There we go. Now, I'm going to show you something real quick, just like I showed you there. Okay, each one of these tabs has to go on one side or the other. So you can have these at the top. It's going to go diamond shape like this. You're going to line up each one of these corners with your score mark. It's going to go in the middle. And you're just going to glue down your tabs. The easiest thing for us to do right now is to go ahead and do that before we put all of our insides in. So I'm going to put glue on both of these tabs. Okay. Make sure you get as close down here to the fold as you can, because that needs to hold really good for it to pop up. Okay. Now I'm going to put my tabs towards the top because I want where my seam is to be towards the back too. Okay, there we go. Just like that. Do you see how my corners are matching up with mine does not. Now that looks more square. I'm going to stick my finger down here real quick and smush on it. And then I am going to close my card and really kind of put a little pressure on there. And look at that. There is your chimney. Look what a great job you're doing. Look. See? We are doing good here. Now, here's the edge of our chimney. We're going to do pretty much the same thing we just did with this. You're going to go ahead and fold it on its score lines. Now, we're going to put some snow on here. We can only put it on two different sides. And now we're just going to glue this little tab on the top of your chimney. And we'll do the exact same thing we just did the other part. You're just going to match up, just like that. Oh, just going to match up. Now, we've got our top of our chimney, okay? And I want this seam back in the same spot this seam is, okay? So we're going to be using these slots right here. So we need to cut these two sides. So all you're going to do is just find your little slots and snip your gray. Now that we know exactly where we're going. Okay, and this side. It's just that one little tiny piece of gray. There we go. Okay, so this is our back and this is our front. So I had you cut some clouds in half, and we are going to use that as our snow. Let's do one quick thing, and we're just going to put it right up here. And then we can put the other one on the other side. And the rest of these are going to go to kind of hide our mechanics. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put this right here. Just a little extra interest, and it covers up those slots that we're not going to use. These are going to go through these little slits right here. Hold on, let me get a good slot. There it goes. Okay, do you see how I stuck that in there? And then that little thing on the hook, you're going to push it. Once you get it in there, yeah, there you go. You're going to push it where it's all the way at the top. Okay, can you see that? Just a little tiny sticking out. Okay, and then we're going to do this side because this sits in your chimney box. This hooks the edge of your chimney to the box. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to bring that little tiny tab through until our little hook is there, and then we're going to pull it all the way to the top. You see how that's pulled all the way to the top? Okay, same thing here. There we go. Okay, you put it through here until the little hook is out. There we go. I got it in there. I got it pulled up. Now, let's do this other side. Let me get it started in the little hole. Like that. You see? And then these all need to be up. Up. You see how this one's up in the right spot and this one is not? I'm going to push it through. There we go. Now, see how they're both on the top? Okay. This guy's bigger. And remember, I had you make the whole black body. That's because I did this and I knew it was a mistake. And like I said, I always do the canvas after so I can fix my mistakes. So yours is going to be longer. You want to, cut it off about 1 inch. So that's the first thing we need to do. So cut yours off. You can even go a whole inch as long as it's going to fit down there. And then what I did was I cut it at an angle. I still want his girth to show that it's caught in the chimney. So he's got to be bigger than the chimney. Okay. And now I'm just going to glue him right here on this tab, right where the black ends. Just like that. All we have left to do is the hat. Okay. Okay, this top is going to go on, and then these guys are going to drop down into their little slits. This one is lined up. There we go. This guy is almost lined up. There we go. You can see that the edge of the chimney only comes out a little tiny bit. I mean, there's not a whole lot of leeway here. Now, I need you to go into your red scraps and just grab a little sliver of paper about 1/2 inch by 3 inches. That's to put this guy on. So we're going to put a little bit of glue here. Put this guy on here. And he is going to go in the front here. Now, I want him to hang off a little bit. Just a second, and I will show you where I'm putting it. And two, I've got to check and make sure it's not sticking out. Here is our spacing. This is your chimney, straight on, okay? And then we need to cover our mechanics, okay? And then we are just gonna glue it right down here, just like that. You see that? That is only to hide our mechanics. This one, I'm going to put a little farther down. And these are our 4 pieces. I'm going to put it in front of our Santa guy. But I don't want to, you know, block his pants too much. There we go. Just like that. There. Now, see, all of our mechanics is hidden. And we should have enough room. We are going to stick his toy bag right here to the front. Almost all of the green is going to be on your chimney. So let's do some glue here and glue down here. Okay. Okay, it's going to be easier for me to do this way because I want my toy bag to be down at the ground, same as my chimney. Okay, do you see that? Now, watch. Ha ha ha! Look at that. Your whole Santa is done. You are doing a great job. Look. Look how cute he is. Okay, all we've got left is our snowflakes on the inside. Now, if you do not have a white pen and you need somewhere to sign, you can put your big, thicker one. Then let's kind of scatter these around. You don't need to watch me put them. Now, if you have a couple of the smallest ones left, you may want to put it in your Santa circle on the front. Okay, let's see. Here's a good small one. I'm going to put him right up here. And this medium guy. I don't want to put too many. Okay. So probably like that. Okay. And we've got a few tiny, tiny ones. I would save 3 for the cover. So if you want to use them up, go for it. It just kind of depends on what your personal aesthetic is. Like that. And then if you have 2, let's see how many's going to fit. Just to tie it back to our blue with the snow on it on the inside of the card. Clever. Okay, and here's this guy. And I'm going to put him right there. There you go. Just like that. Look at that. Okay, you don't need to watch me glue in all these snowflakes, so I'm going to pull them off real quick so we can do your cover. There you go. There's your guy. Double check to make sure that you can close your card. All we need to do is add this. So I'm going to leave my card open while I glue this up. Make sure that you have it right side up before you glue your cover on. I've done that before and had to remake the whole card. So you know this is the front of your chimney. So make sure you have it right side up. Close it. And this is going to be a 1/4 inch all the way around, just like your insides were. And look! Look, you're done. Look what you made. Look how cute is that? You did a great job. I am really proud of you.